Most indie authors work pretty much alone. Not my boss. I work as an assistant for an indie author, and our days involve a lot more than just writing books. From audiobook production with major voice actors.
Earlier, I saw Edith running towards the jungle with a cake, she told them.
It would seem you have the upper hand, Carnelian.
Carnelian allowed himself a small chuckle. It was inevitable, really.
To last-minute deadlines, to company trips to Disney World, to even trying to save an endangered species. This job is hectic, exhilarating, sometimes overwhelming, but it's never dull. If you want to see what it actually takes to run an author business, not just write the books, you're in the right place. My name's Jacob, and I'll be your guide to the life of an indie author's assistant. So, being profitable as an indie author is hard. The margins are already razor thin. When you start adding staff, the margins go to zero fast. That's why most indie authors work alone. They have to. But you see, my boss is in a pretty unique position. He already runs a successful, highly profitable business, and then he's also an author. So that changes things. That means we can afford to experiment. And honestly, most of those experiments financially don't work out. But that's kind of the point. There is no blueprint, and we are still discovering what doesn't work in the hopes of eventually finding what does. You know, the famous quote by Thomas Edison comes to mind about discovering 10,000 ways not to build a light bulb. So this channel is about documenting that process and taking you along for the ride, honestly, publicly, transparently, and in real time. So in this kind of job, you end up doing edits at 1 in the morning, walking into Disney World the next day, and the week after that, scheduling an audiobook recording session with a former Power Ranger. And that's where we are now. My boss, Wayne D. Kramer, he's just finished a 4th Heroes of Time novel. That's going through edits now, and we have a recording session next week with Charlie Kirsch, who played the Yellow Power Ranger in Power Rangers Once and Always. So Wayne got his edits in Sunday morning, right before we left for Disney. I'm actually filming this after the trip. Now I have to get those edits, the finalized manuscripts, cleaned up because we need to have Charlie Kirsch's lines finalized so that we don't end up printing something different than what she recorded. So we're gonna go enjoy Disney World. We're gonna take you along for the ride. And while we're there, I'm introducing you to the rest of the team. Is it Christmassy enough for you?
I need more.
We actually have some things in the works right now.
So I know I've talked a bit in this video about, oh yeah, we're going to Disney World, all that stuff. Our boss is taking us, and I've shown some, clips of the fun we're having. But so why did you do this, basically?
I mean, we work so hard throughout the year. We do all these things together. Some of us are remote. To me, it's like this is just a good opportunity to bring everybody together, to bond over something that's not just the nitty and gritty day-to-day stuff of work. So to me, that's important, and you have the means and the ability to do it, and it just all things kind of click into place. It just feels right. So yeah, I went for it.
Yes, we have the means to do that, but it's not necessarily because his books are a household name or anything yet. But why is it that we have?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, right? I mean, this is a reality for many authors, especially starting out, is that the author thing, it is basically enough work to be full-time, but it's not the only thing that I have going on. So I have another business as well that is in other things. It's in the medical equipment space, and that's something I've been in. I've been in that business for over 25 years, so it's been a long time thing for me, a lot of experience in it. And the author business is something that came later as my passion business that I treat as a business and want it to grow like a business. But especially in these early stages, even early years, it takes a long time for things to get traction, even with multiple titles. So,
because we're filming this,
we're not going to Disney really on the books.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Because we're filming this December 2025. The first book came out August of 21. So I mean, we're still not there. And like I said earlier, most indie authors go it alone with all of this.
Yeah.
We don't, and this is kind of why.
And we've made a lot of traction. Like, the average indie author sells something like 200 books in the entire lifetime of the book. And we've done, a good number of thousands of every title that I have. We're in like the 5 figures as far as actual book sales. It's not really enough to do this kind of stuff on, to really make a living on, but it's something that is building over time. It's a long game, and a lot of that money goes right back, honestly, all of that goes right back into marketing, right back into initiatives to just try and build an audience. And, so it's a lot. And it's a lot of pressure on an author to try and make a living on it if you don't get kind of lucky.
Hey, I'm James. If you order a book, I'll be the guy that ships it to you.
Hi, I'm Michelle Fields. I work with W7 Global, and I do sales and procurement for medical imaging cards and tubes. And I also do the pinning, Pango, and social media.
In a parade on our way to lunch. Only at Disney. Wayne just took all of us on Splash Mountain or Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We all got completely dumped. Yeah, he said you wouldn't get that wet. Yeah, here we are.
Next week, we will be right back to work. We're going to be focusing on getting everything ready for Charlie Kirsch, locking up lines, marking scripts. We'll make sure everything's ready before we step into the booth. But yeah, most of it will be focused on our audiobook recording session with her. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.